Broad story.
Oh, that's not.
Can never have too much bread. I always say that.
Apparently, buffalo running. But you know what? That doesn't make any sense. But you know what? That looks good. It's a good.
Sure.
It's a good
It looks
time
better
warp.
than what we're looking at now. I can tell you that.
Every day you look in the mirror and whoa, we're
Yeah,
still.
you go, look at that, Jesus. Yeah. I
Not
always
not
say
a
the
whole
same
lot.
thing. Why do we have mirrors?
I don't need to see this.
I know.
I also need to. Why? I don't understand why my kid is running upstairs. What?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. She has energy to burn, you know?
A lot of it. I always joke that just tying my kid to a treadmill. I don't really know if that's child abuse. I think that's just
Honestly, if you use that to power your house, it's probably acceptable.
a 6, soon to be 7-year-old just running, generating electricity, finally earning her keep. I'm not above that.
When is her birthday?
Sunday.
Oh, geez, really soon.
Yeah.
Are you normally... You're normally home for that. You don't go away.
No,
for-
like this is the first birthday for her that she's not on a beach because this is
Okay.
like always the time that we're always on vacation and well,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world
yeah.
has died. So, anyways, there's a new Xbox store coming. I originally misread this and then I got my hands on it and then completely misunderstood it. This is only coming to the Xbox app, like to the Xbox. This is not a store that's going to be on the PC, although I think it would make a lot more sense to be on the PC than it is to be on the Xbox. But this is the actually look at this. Look at this. I even got it wired up. Look at that.
Yeah, it has rounded corners on the rectangles. It's really different.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be coming to the Xbox near you in the
So I feel like I might have misunderstood this as well. So this thing, which is codenamed Mercury, is just a redesign of the store. I thought it had something to do with that package manager for some reason.
So it's really confusing. This is why. And this is why I'm a little confused about it. It is this particular version of the app is targeted for the Xbox console. It's going to be an update to the store app that's whatever we know and use.
Yeah.
The odd part is that you can actually go download apps from the Microsoft Store. Like it's all tied together. It's all on the back end. It's just whatever it's there. Like I can see Dell Mobile Connect, I can see Spotify, I can see ESPN, I can see all that stuff.
Okay.
So it would work on a PC, and it actually looks a lot better than what you get on a PC today because the Microsoft Store isn't so great. But yeah, it's Mercury. It's coming. And
Well, I mean, further confusing matters. I mean, if you have Windows 10 today, you have. Let me just look at this.
oh yeah,
But you have something called the Xbox Console Companion, which is a new name for the old Xbox app.
Mhm.
But there's an Xbox beta app that's really designed to be a front end to Xbox Game Pass.
Yep.
That's pretty much all it does. There's some social stuff, meaning you can probably chat with people and so forth. But if you actually look at the Xbox Console Companion, as it's now called, terrible name, there's a lot of functionality there, a lot of stuff. And I don't know why. Randomly today, I was looking at the Xbox Console app and companion app, and they said, "Hey, there's a new Xbox app coming that's going to replace this. You should install this." And I'm like, "Oh, right. I kind of forgot about that." So on this, I don't play games on this thing. So I just downloaded it. It's not a store app, by the way, which is hilarious. I think it's an Electron app, but you download it from the web, and it in no way replaces the Xbox Console Companion app. So
yeah.
So there's a new story. This thing you're describing is on the console, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But they do have something that's on the PC. They have many things really.
Yep.
And then they have the store, for the Windows stuff. They'll get it. They'll I'm sure they'll get it right eventually.
So it's just the rigmarole of we've got apps. Let's just rebuild them and keep relaunching them because
Rigmarole or rigor mortis. I think either one of those words would work.
would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Other things happening if you don't have the new Edge, you're about to have it.
Well, by the way, that's actually kind of confusing too. Because Mary Jo injected a little bit of information into the story that I wasn't aware of. It looks like if you're on 1803 or 1809, are those the right numbers? I think so. You're getting it now. But if you're in 1903 or 1909, you'll get it soon. And if you're on 2004, yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
So I saw a headline after we did the podcast yesterday that said something like the new Microsoft Edge is heading out to all Windows 10 users. And I was like, okay, is that true? So I had to find some computers that I don't use a lot that aren't on 2004 and see if, that don't have the new Edge, or, if you have, for example, if you have the beta version of Edge, or I guess the dev channel, whatever versions, you still have the old Edge. And so theoretically you should still be getting the new Edge through Windows Update. And on two different computers, I'm not getting it. So,
yeah.
And they're both on 19 something, like 1903 and 1909. I don't remember, but I think it's kind of a staggered thing. So I'm not 100% sure of what I just said, but other than what I saw in my own computers. So that's my understanding as of this second, which will probably change.
Yeah, and I need to explain this because a lot of people yelled at me. So as I do with all things Microsoft, I had a little fun with it on the Twitters. The old Men's Warehouse thing.
Subtlety is lost on the masses.
The old Men's Warehouse things that says you're going to like my suits, I guarantee it, or whatever. So I took that guy and I just shopped the Microsoft logo over and I said, you're going to love my browser. And then in the bottom, I put, I guarantee it, but I intentionally spelled guarantee wrong because the Microsoft editor is terrible.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yep.
So anyways, so people can stop messaging
people
me.
Like, Brad, maybe you should use the Microsoft editor because
I wouldn't have got that.
No, right.
Anyway, so I don't know, not tons else going on currently at the moment. I played a bunch of Call of Duty yesterday, but nobody really cares about that.
I did too. And I don't know what's going on, but I have periods of time where I'm incredibly productive during this troubleness. And then for some reason yesterday was not one of those times. But I got up this morning, I'm thinking, okay, come on. And I'm looking around. There's nothing going on. I pinged you at, I think it was 8:37 a.m. And I was like, there is nothing happening. Can we just call this a day? It's like, oh God, I just need this to end. And nothing seems important, It's like Pixel 4a shows up in a Verizon something or blah, blah, blah. It's like, who cares? Like, it just does, none of it seems important.
No, it really.
On that note, what did happen? Anything? Probably nothing.
This will be interesting too. I'd made some more audio adjustments. There's three things that could impact today's show. One, that. Yeah. Two, my kid running like a buffalo upstairs. And three, also my wife is on a call on the other side of this door. But I don't know if people can hear that or not. But it's not.
Oh, I can't hear it.
It's not thrilling. Trust me. You'd be better off not hearing it. But I am subjective to living in the same household as this. So.
My wife is a writer, as you know, and she writes normally about wellness and health topics and everything. And it's kind of crappy because like her biggest contract, as you know, disappeared overnight. So like her primary source of income just disappeared. So she's been trying to get like unemployment. And if you think about how many weeks this has been, if you make even like $1, you can't get unemployment. And in her case, because she's self-employed, you have to reapply every single, I think it's 2 weeks. So she has gotten a total of like one unemployment payment, and it is like literally less than $200. Like it's nothing. And, but she does have some things to write about. And one of the things she's testing now is like a glucose monitor. And it's like this device that you actually put on your stomach, and it constantly monitors your glucose. So this is important for a lot of people, not just diabetics, but for example, if you think about people trying to lose weight and you have spikes in glucose if you eat certain kinds of foods, like it can give you some insight into like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this thing, because what you try not to do is spike your blood sugar. You want it to be, as even as possible. Anyway, the point is she's like this bionic, like RoboCop walking around the house. And then she went out for a run today. I don't believe she's ever done this. Maybe I just never noticed, but she didn't bring her phone. So the freaking thing is sitting in there, and it's like freaking out because it can't get the monitor. And it's like, it's making these like sounds. And I'm like, you're lucky I didn't snap this thing in half. Like, it's like 10 feet away from me, and it's like, bloop, bloop, bloop. It's like, are you wearing like an ankle bracelet? Like as you get farther away, like it calls the police. Like, I don't know. Very strange. That's my house. It's an insane asylum, Brad.